Well, my yard's a disaster. Look at this. Washing machine, trash pick mower, scrap, toolbox. I went ahead and I pulled up the duck pond because my ducks have deserted me. So I'm gonna go ahead and I let it dry out. I'm gonna try to clean up. I got a lot of garbage to get rid of. And I got some, it's a disaster. My yard is absolutely horrible. This is what happens when you work constantly and you never have time to do anything. Well, it's one of those days where it looks like it's cloudy. It hasn't reached 90 degrees, which is a miracle because it's generally over 90 degrees and extremely humid. So what I'm going to do, I went ahead and cut down the banana plant that fell over because I gave away all the fruit that I had. And that one over here I haven't cut down yet, but I did cut off the bunch of bananas. There's some other bunches here, but there's like one bunch coming out there. This one's probably ready in about a month or so. So there shouldn't be too much fruit going on. I've been grinding up a lot of the material. I've got some more material here I need to grind up. I have a lot of things I need to do, but I'm one person. I don't have any help. So what I'm going to do, I've got to get my helper. Now, I said I don't have any help, but actually I do have help. And I have the best help that anybody could ever want. And it's hiding behind the gate. So who's my helper? Well, my helper is named Bob. No, not the Bob you're thinking of. It's this Bob. And here it is. Little Bob. Now, little Bob hasn't run for, well, a few months maybe, since my truck has been broken. But it is covered up. Keep the leaves and the water out of it. The tire's going flat. Of course, tires are old. I need to get new tires, but they've gotten expensive and I haven't really used it for anything. And I've got a lot of clutter I have to go through, scrap metal and all kinds of garbage. I did disconnect the battery. I have the battery out of it so it doesn't go bad. And it's pretty much sitting on the trailer. Now, I have been piling up some clutter around it. I got some leftover roofing paper from roofing jobs that I've done, and I got an extra barrel, and I got some hydraulic oil left in this container. A little, but it's not much. There's just a few little things I need to pick up. And what I'm going to do, I'll go ahead and see if I can find my trailer hitch. It's around here somewhere in this mess. There's my old washing machine. I need to get that out of here. I'm going to clean all this up, and I got some of this material that's laying off to the side. I may need to throw this away. This piece of wood, I don't know, I think that's garbage. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this stuff where I can pull the trailer out. And then I'm gonna get Bob running and off the trailer. And once I have Bob on the ground, first of all, I'll clean my trailer because as you can see, it's got leaves and berries and all kinds of stuff on it. And actually, you know, it's doing okay. It's still chained down from the last time that we used it, which was to move some stuff around. So, as long as it doesn't rain, and I don't think it's going to, although it is cloudy, I'm gonna go ahead and get this out and about. And then, like I said, if all goes well, now my van does not have a decent trailer hitch, and the transmission is flaky. The truck, I rebuilt the transmission in it. I've got the battery on the battery charger. And even though this thing is a complete wreck, well, maybe not, I will go ahead and put the trailer hitch on it. And I'll pull the trailer out. I will smoke up the neighborhood quite a bit. So if they call the fire department, I just have to let them know, hey, my truck is a little bit on the old side. But that's my goal today. I don't have any actual jobs to do. I finished the one little electric job that I was doing. So it's like I tell everybody, just because I'm not working for someone doesn't mean I don't have work to do. And I have a lot of work to do. There is just junk everywhere. What a mess. So that's my goal. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I did clean up most of the material that had fallen off of the banana plants. I've been grinding it up with a lawnmower. The lawnmower actually was temporarily broken because the pull cord pulled out of it. But I had some more of that rope, so I went ahead and wound it on there. Although I am running out, so I'm going to have to get another roll of it. and I'll just have to order it because, like everything else I need, nobody really keeps anything in stock. Most of the stuff they keep in stock is not something I would buy. Sounds like the garbage truck is on its way. And the little bit of garbage that I have is a joke. You can probably see. It's just a few empty containers, and that's it. And that's a whole week's garbage. So there it goes. Now again, when I clean this up, I'm not going to remove any of the bushes or any of this stuff. I do want to trim the trees up top. There's a lot of branches that need to be cut, but I haven't gotten the wood chipper functioning yet, so I may cut it a little bit and make a burn pile and do that. But that's my plan, and this is a spare for my washing machine. So what I'm going to try to do is get it out of here and cover it with the tarp because there's a lot of valuable parts. This actually came from a friend of mine. I mean, it was working. It's got the stainless steel tub. Mine is pretty ratty looking, so these Maytags are pretty good. So I'll clean this up, and if all goes well, I'll have a nicer looking washing machine, which will be a real benefit. I don't know about this lawnmower or this pressure cleaner. They're just things I found, believe it or not, when I was riding a bike and I pulled them home. This edger is another thing I found, which, I don't know, it's similar to mine. But the main thing is I got to get all this junk out of here and put it in the backyard where I have my little carport area and I can work on this stuff. And that's good. And I got some scrap metal that needs to go. And I do still have these drums, and a couple of them do have some homemade fuel in them. Now I've emptied out my others in the back, so we're going to move this in their place. I'm down to probably 4 barrels, which is somewhere, close to 200 gallons. That's why I've been trying to restrict the amount of fuel that I use. So I've been doing a lot of bicycle runs. But if the weather looks like this and it's cloudy, I don't ride the bike because it may rain. I use the van. And so far the van's been running really, really well, other than having a vibration. I may have a tire that's going bad, although I did take the tires off of my truck and I put what was left of the van tires on the truck. Who knows? I put new tires on the truck back in 2020. It's been 4 years, so they may pretty much be on their way out. The front ones are actually, I think, a little newer because I think I got the 2 in the back first and they were out of them, and then I had to get more. But that's really what's going on. And it is Thursday, and again, not too much work going on, so this is my chance to get things in order. If I can get this stuff out of here, I could move a lot of this stuff by hand, but the backyard is full of stuff and there's some pretty heavy items there. Plus there's still the remaining engine from the old station wagon I stripped, and I am not going to lift that up. I'm not that strong, and even if I was, I wouldn't want to risk damaging the parts. So if I get Bob and I put the forks on Bob, I can move whatever I want, and that makes it easy. Plus I could even use the trailer to move some of this stuff if I need to take it to my friend or scrap or whatever. I can put that on there. So anyway, that's the plan. And there is one other benefit. I use a rope type chainsaw to cut these tree branches because they're getting way too big. A lot of times I will use the Bobcat as a work platform. I can stand on top of it when I need to reach these branches with the pole saw. And I can also sit inside of it while I pull on the cords that cut the chain. They're basically just a chain you lay over the branch and it slices through it. And if the branch happens to fall on me, well, I'm inside the Bobcat, so there's no way the thing could really hit me. The only way I could have a problem is if it came in the front, but that's never happened. So anyway, that is my plan, and I'll try to get some video if I can, unless of course it rains. And what I'll do, I'll run back and forth like I always do, trying to avoid the heat because the humidity is bad and I'm already sweating even though it's not that hot. So anyway, that's my day.